Hello, this is Decoherent, and welcome back to some more Torment Tides of Numenera Spaceship Edition. So we found a spaceship, or a space station, or something. I guess I'm not totally sure what it is, but the point is, space. Not only space, but space with some frankly very tasteful interior decoration. So we sort of poked around the spaceship here a little bit, and we met a few people here and there. We discovered there's a thing called a cortex that we shouldn't touch, and apparently at some point I'm going to be able to get a tour, but our friend, the pilot major over here, didn't seem too interested in doing it right at the moment. So there's still one or two things I can do. I'm going to head back through the maw, and I'm going to tell the people who care about this that the maw leads to their spaceship. Anchorage. Whatever. It's a spaceship. So the only real question is, who am I going to tell first? Ooh, and if you didn't watch the last episode, I pissed the bloom off something fierce by stabbing it. It did not care for that. Alright, so we have a quest to tell Garkodo that the maw leads to wherever it is it leads to. I'm also going to come back here and I'm going to tell the stranded crew members that they can now head back on through and rejoin their friends in space. Their space friends. I don't know. You know what I mean. Or you don't. I don't know. Alright. Sought have we, but alternate routes to the anchorage remain closed. Your fortune, has it been better? Yes, I found him on Little Neelesh. It leads to your anchorage. For the first time, a broad smile cracks her face. A savior, truly the opener of the ways who can rescue marooned travelers. She turns and speaks to her crew members. Something. She turns back to you and presses a small device into your hand. Is useful, old but reliable. This man is a skilled navigator in the realm of flesh. At last we return home. To the anchorage, that is. What did I get here? Changing tool. Plus 150% on quick fingers and smashing. Oh, neat. A silver needle as long as a finger sticks out of this black metallic ring. The band is about twice as long as a fingernail and has two golden metal plates on it. Touching one of the plates causes the needle to soften, letting it be shaped into a helpful tool for most situations. Cool. Alright. Neat. I kind of like doing good deeds for people, I don't know. Okay, let's take a look here. Obviously I can't carry this cipher. It's time to get rid of one, unfortunately. -2 might pool. I don't like that. What do I have that's useless around here? That's not real useful. These are all pretty useful. What are you guys carrying? Do you have anything useless? Your nifty ring. Explosion. I've never actually needed this. Seems like one of those things that there's no particular reason that I would carry it. Well, -2 to might. Let's hold on to that for a little bit until I find someone to sell it to. Well, I know right where I can sell it to, but that's okay. So taking a look at our journal here, or possibly locking my game up. Okay, there we go. So now let's return to Garkodo and let him know that we've opened his maw and also explored it. Not his maw. The maw nearby. The bloom's maw, I suppose. Which is also apparently self-aware. Because why not? Tell me, what is the state of the new maw here in my settlement? I opened the new maw, but I found a portal to some kind of terminal or port on the other side. Not the city of Neelesh. Garkodo hisses in disappointment, and its great bulk thrashes in the tank. Alas, it would appear that we remain in the bloom for now. We shall find another route home, eventually. The murky gases swirl about the prince's corpulent form. Opening the maw has served the residents of Neelesh. Name your fee. Okay, $600. Meh. I do not ask a fee. No. Honestly, the work was reward enough. Frankly, I'm not exactly in dire straits for money. And I am rather pleased that I got to open one. So you know what? The fact that I finally screwed up the courage to walk through one of these damn things is its own reward. So for once, I'm gonna kind of go goody-goody here and pretend that I don't care. You do us an unexpected favor. You have my gratitude. Meh. Whatever. Okay, so now Let's take a look at our journal here. So we still have 2 maws to take a look through. Let's go chat with some of our vendor friends. Get rid of the cipher that isn't of any particular use to me. Not that the cipher sickness is a big deal, but, you know. Or wait, I only have 1 more maw. It's interesting that within about 100 feet we found 2 people who are trapped in interesting time loops. Well, this guy's in a time loop. Okay, so, what do I have that I don't want? I do kind of want that. That's very important. See, this doesn't seem useful. Yeah, I think this is only of use in, like, a battle, so, Molecular acid, yeah, that's okay. Detonation, good. Cancels the next fettle. Oh, this isn't even something he's using. Well, pff, get out of here. Okay. And do I have anything? I have this nifty oddity, though. I don't want to sell it quite yet. I like it. Improved transdimensional lightsaber. I'd given a bunch of this stuff to... Yeah, okay, here we go. Spirit cube, gone. Everlit, gone. May use that. Oddity, gone. Heat cup, nope. Okay. Okay, I'm happy. And let's pass one of these over to... Actually, this seems like a thing... Now, either one of them could use it. Why don't I give this to Eridus, so that if he needs to smash something, he can. Okay, I see that he's leveled up. Is he the only one? Yes. Alright, effort or ability or skill. So what are his abilities or skills we could do? Deception, running, smashing, tempting. Fell swoop, the one we've never used. Let's add a point to smashing.
I'm way better than I was before.
Yes. Yes, you are. Okay. So I still need to work my way into the labyrinth. And by work my way into, I mean die. So do we try that quick, or do we go stick our head in the other maw? You know, it's really been bugging me that I can't find a way to effectively die around here. Let's see if Waits for Prey will actually fight us now. Yeah, -1 int edge. Yeah. Not a big deal for Eridus. Okay, Waits for Prey. Hopefully he saw how pissed off I made the bloom last time, and we can finally have a good fight. Have I fought anyone in this entire area? I haven't. Lame. Alright, hello. So I challenge you to combat, again. How can I not be a predator? Alright, fine.
Ready.
Bloom 2. Bloom 2. Maw 2. Also, I can't help but notice that every time I've decided to go through a maw, I've managed to make someone else pay the price. I feel like I'm doing well. Well, I did stab the one, but that's not really a thing. So we're still hoping to find the trading post, whose precise name that I can't instantly remember. We'll check in just a moment here. Let's see here, we're looking for... Oh, it is called the trade post. Alright, good. These maws are many things, but they are not bored. Is this gonna make any horrible noises while I'm standing here? Ugh. Okay, yes. Off we go. Huh.
Making a note.
Oh, great. A scene of horror lies before you. The walls and floors have turned against the inhabitants of this chamber, opening toothy orifices to drag them down and devour them. Judging by the half-devoured wagons and other debris, this was a market of some kind, or a trade post. To your left, across the room, is a massive slumbering maw. Its mouth gapes open, and a portal shines within. Ugh. Right. Okay, let's stand very still here for a second. A mouthful of thorny fangs gapes in the floor. It's dormant now, but its teeth are wet with blood. Actually, I'm glad it's blood. That could be much worse. This toothy orifice is frozen in the act of devouring a table. You notice small notches in the wood on one side, tallying sales, or days spent in this nightmarish place. Yuck. This round orifice is rimmed with rows of razor-sharp fangs. Human flesh and hair cling to some of the teeth. Behind the massive glands that block this doorway, you see nothing but solid flesh. This chamber has been cut off from the rest of the bloom. Oh, this is probably where the teeth are. And these are what, adenoids? The fleshy ground is torn here, revealing a mass of glistening, boneless creatures. It's not clear if they're parasites or some foul progeny of the bloom. Ew. Tongue cluster? This gaping orifice must have opened beneath the wagon, and the bloom tendrils pulled it down. They always call them something cheerful like tendrils. Like, I know what tendrils are. These are not tendrils. These are tentacles.
I am the very soul of action.
Yes, you are. Okay, what can we pick up over here?
Now.
Just some cash, okay. There's something over here too, but then I have to walk past the tongues. Ugh. Okay.
All right.
Let's just kind of scooch on past. Don't mind us. No, just money. That's actually sort of disappointing.
That's something I could do.
Okay, so now that we're hanging out on this particular horror show, why can't I poke at these? Do I poke at them? It's like the talk icon. These don't look like something that would be interested in conversation. Alright, let's find out. What's the worst that could happen, right? A wriggling mass of tendrils rise from the ground. They remind you of the tongues that surround a maw. Writhing and twisting around each other, they make wet, unpleasant sounds. Yeah, they do. I hope you guys can hear this too. Ah. As you draw near the cluster of tongues, the voices of the bloom begin to chitter and hiss in your ears. Let's listen to the voice, not touch. The hissings and chitterings are completely unintelligible to you, if indeed they mean anything at all. Should I use that water that, like, makes me hear the bloom better? Let's try that first. Let's see here. Who's carrying that? Yes. I don't know if I have to have this on me. Yeah, bloom juiced. Let's see if this makes a difference. Just curious. Even after drinking the water of the bloom, you can't hear the voices clearly. Ah, something bad's gonna happen. Alright, let's touch it. You carefully reach into the cluster of squirming tendrils. When they touch your hand, they pass through it, and a prickly hot-cold sensation runs up your arm. With the water of the bloom coursing through your body, you can sense a difference between the voices here and the ones you heard at the maw. This particular tongue cluster has roots that extend throughout the chamber, and its whispers control their movements. Really? Okay. Well, that wasn't terribly useful, but interesting. Alright, well, it seems like the only way we can go is either back or through this next maw. Oh, this is a particularly nasty looking one. Look at all the stuff around it. What is this? Ugh. Nothing good comes of maws like this. Oh, it's the Ascendancy. You emerge from the portal into an alien world. The air is thin and bitterly cold. The sun is a tiny white globe in the sky, casting dim light over a landscape of crystalline beauty. You see no sign of organic life, only glittering crystals in every direction. Pity we had to go through the bloom to reach this view. Almost worth it, though. Well, almost. Neat. So I had previously mused that I wasn't sure if maybe this is where we'd, I don't know, developed or found the technology that lets us jump from body to body, and also maybe where the sorrow came from. It's going to be really interesting to see if we can figure out more about the sorrow. As our new time unmoored friend helpfully suggested to us last time when he also traded us some more in the tidal surge ability, it seems like the sorrow is particularly concerned with people that abuse the tides, not that merely are aware of them. Oh, this is cool. Alright, we're not going to touch that.
If you think that's best.
Honestly, I don't know, man. Oh, people.
You want a job done right.
We'll be back. Gotta look around a little more. These are really neat looking. What are these? Is this a dead end? Yeah. Does it look like something in there? I can't tell. Okay, is there a way down here? No. Is there a way over here? No. Alright, because I have to cruise past the people. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, unreachable.
Look out below. Above. Sideways.
Doran, several explorers. Alright. Hey, what's up? This tall, weathered man nods to you. He holds himself stiffly, as if something will crack off if he moves too quickly. He glances at your tattoo and smiles. Hello, Castoff. I am Doran, prophet of the changing god. It's been a while since we've seen anyone come through here. What's your business in the Ascension? Be kind of weird to tell him that I've actually got the changing god in my head, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is the thing that Dracogen is sending me for. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to give it to him. Well, yes I have. I'm not. I've been looking for a circlet of dark hyaline material known as the magmatic amulet. Have you seen anything like that? He raises his eyebrows. Now that is interesting business. Sadly, I cannot help you. We've seen nothing but pretty lights. To be honest, I think that's all there is to this place. So what are you doing here in the Ascension? Seeking, he says in a studied casual tone. We have it on good, although possibly outdated, authority that this place holds more of your father's secrets. We found nothing yet, however. Until we do, we are enjoying the sights and the silence, the crystals and the lights. He shrugs. Our pursuits have taken us to less pleasant places. So what can you tell me about the Ascension? Very little, he says, blinking. There are crystals, there are lights, there's no one to talk to, and little of value to find. It's a lovely world, but I fear we may be wasting our time here. So what does it mean that you're a prophet of the changing god? A title only, he says, bowing his head in momentary respect. The cultists of the changing god believe that I have a special connection because I found some well-hidden secrets of your father's once. He shrugs. Between you and me, I just got lucky. So what secrets did you find? He waves it off modestly. Oh, nothing that would interest you. An old workshop of his with some trinkets. I didn't understand any of it, but the cultists were ecstatic. They drafted me as a prophet and confiscated everything. Well, he winks, everything I didn't sell first. Fair compensation for my efforts, you know. So, are you related to this cult of the changing god? Well, we are cultists of the changing god, yes. Although, I'm afraid we have little to do with our colleagues in Sagas Cliffs. There's not a lot of oversight between our churches. Alright, fair enough. Who else do we have to talk to? Explorers, and then Esclarion. Is that a name or a title? Or an identifier? Esclarion. This tall, lithe man has an unkempt shock of bright red hair. His skin is ashen, as if colored by the dust of old tomes. It's been a long time since he's seen a real sun. His smile is thin and twitching, and a demented light burns in his eyes. Another cast-off, he says with a sneer. Another echo. Who are you? Esclarion. He says the name proudly, as if you should have heard of him. I act. He falls silent, his eyes glittering with contempt. What do you mean, you act? The prophet Doran hears, he says, nodding at the man standing nearby, and depending on what he hears, I act. He eyes you, fingers curling at his side. So, what, you do what he says? No, he says sharply, I act on his words. Alright, whatever, jeez, dude. His eyes narrow at your silence. Then, with a deep breath, he's all smiling arrogance again. So what can you tell me? Well, wait. Why do you call me an echo? The strong are those who act, he says, closing his eyes as if quoting from memory. They change the world, break the sky with their thunder. His eyes open, dark and disdainful. And then there's the echo, a weak imitation of the source's fury, claiming to be more important than it is. Cast-offs are echoes of him, and deserve none of his glory. I've heard of other cultists who worship the echoes. Fools, all of them. The source is what matters. Many cast-offs, even if you think we're weaker, don't we have a large effect? I claim no more importance than I deserve. Couldn't be less interested in what you think. Seriously, dude, I'm just cruising around. Asclarian chuckles. It's always the same with you and your kind, he says, shaking his head, stumbling around in your father's footprints, clamoring to be noticed. He folds his narrow arms. Your father doesn't shout to be heard. He is, and the world bends himself around him. Whatever, dude. Can you tell me anything about the Ascension? I can, but I won't. The Prophet Duran will decide what you are allowed to know. So if you think all cast-offs are echoes, well, what are you then? A man like him, a man of action. Uh-huh. Right. Should I ask him about the amulet? Frankly, no, he's a dick. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I'd keep moving if I were you. Yeah. This shelter is built from a variety of exotic materials, synth steel, pliable metals, and adamant silk. It looks like it's been standing here for a long time, and has probably served many different groups of explorers. Last thing you guys want to do is threaten me, by the way. Yeah. Alright. Oh, this is different. Wow, it's pretty. Here, hold on. Back up so I can get a better view. That's cool. I like it. Okay, well, let's interact with it. It's served us well so far. This massive crystalline structure looks like a shrine of some sort. Colored lights float about inside, each one like a tiny galaxy trapped within the crystal. As you approach, the crystal begins to hum. The resonations shake your skull. The humming shifts and increases until you hear a voice. Revel, the bright voice echoes directly in your mind. It stutters, uncertain, like someone trying to remember how to speak. Greetings, patterned one. I am the speaker. Welcome to the ascension of Kex Lianish. I am sorry, but the oracle no longer exists. What? The lights pulse once, and then a much deeper voice emanates from the crystal. Revelation. The oracle was immortal. Time was the weapon that killed her. Something clicks or cracks within the crystal, and it speaks with the bright voice again. I regret that without the oracle, I will have very few answers for you, but I will do what I can. The thoughts you receive from the structure are not like any thoughts you've experienced before. They come fast and incomprehensible, but more than that, they come from all around you, from underneath and even above you. It's as though you can hear the thoughts of an entire world through the speaker. What does it mean that you're the speaker? My full title was once, the speaker for the Oracle of Kex Lianish, it says. It says the name with soft reverence. I heard questions from pilgrims, relayed them to the Oracle, and then conveyed the Oracle's answers via revelation. I gave wisdom to this entire world. The crystal's light dims. Now I speak for no one, and I have few answers to give. The deeper voice speaks again. Revelation. When the speaker dreams, it dreams of weeping. Sometimes the tears are made of light. Others, tiny black gems. Why did you call me Patterned One? A few of the lights pull together, creating a glowing circle in the air. No, not a circle, a pentagon like your tattoo. Patterns are what we do, Patterned One. Life is a pattern, and your life more than most. Your thoughts hold a certain shape, a shape I've seen before. The lights twirl and chime wistfully. A man came here long ago. He did some work here, I believe. Or maybe he came to hide something or find something. He never revealed to me his true purpose. Yeah, see? The pentagon pattern is linked to this place. So the man who shares my pattern, I need to find something he hid. Do you know where it might be? I apologize, but I do not. Investigation was not my specialization, only speaking. The crystal vibrates once. The deep voice speaks. Revelation. The speaker can speak to all sentience, even those that did not exist at the time of its creation. So, you said revelation in a different voice. What does that mean? You are mistaken. Speakers are not authorized to grant revelations without the oracle's permission, and the oracle is no more. You hear another crack from deep within the crystal, as harsh as ice breaking underfoot. The deep voice speaks again. Revelation. The speaker cannot hear itself give revelations. It stutters and falls silent for a moment before saying in the bright voice, I wish that I did have some revelations for you, patterned one. Alas, that time is long past. Do you know anything about the other humans over here, Doran and his companions? I do not, nor do they know anything about me. I will not speak with them. Its answer is surprisingly curt. Why won't you speak with them? The lights inside the crystal dim slightly. I do not trust them. They don't taste right. You hear a sound in your mind, remarkably like a clucking tongue. I cannot explain it. Revelation, the deep voice adds, above a chorus of brittle snaps from within its body. The speaker tastes strange patterns to one of the humans. 2 patterns of thought where there should be one. Yeah. Okay. So what was the oracle? You are standing on it, or rather, what remains of it. The Kex Leonish built the oracle to answer the most difficult questions of existence. Its voice grows wistful. Then, the Leonish left. The oracle remained for 100,000 years or so before it broke down, I suppose. All that's left of the oracle are the phobits. Several sharp clacks resound within the crystal. The deeper voice says, Revelation. The phobits were not always sentient. Cogitation. Would they have become so if the oracle had not chosen disintegration? What are the phobits? Lights within the crystal dance in a manner that you can only interpret as proud. We are the phobits, the sparkling lights you see inside some of the crystals. If the oracle was a brain, then we were its neurons. Each of us had our own job, our own specialization. You can't speak to the others, of course. That is to say, they're perfectly intelligent, but they are entirely unaware of you. The only reason you and I can speak is because of my role as speaker. The others weren't made for communication or perception. The speaker throbs. The deep voice cuts in again. Revelation. Common phobits were used to store activation states and simple information. Some may still react to basic physical stimuli. That's interesting. So what happened to the Leonish? I do not know. They left one day, abandoning the ascension entirely. Perhaps they ascended to a higher form of life. In any case, they did not need the oracle anymore. So, if the other phobits are sentient, then could you speak to them for me? Or at least make them aware of my presence? Of course, but they know nothing. I don't see what interpreting would... The speaker trails off, pulsing thoughtfully. No, there is a way they can help. Several phobits in the area were in charge of transmission tracks, communication pathways connecting the oracle's smaller subsystems. When the oracle passed, those pathways became obsolete, and their phobits quiescent. But those tracks could serve as bridges to help you explore the area. The deep voice booms. Revelation. Like humans, the Leonish also required physical substructures for traversal. Only a few phobits specialize in areas regarding this knowledge. The speaker is not among them. The speaker's bright voice returns. Try to interact with the phobits. When you do, I'll ask them to activate or deactivate. They may not all be as helpful as we'd like, but I think you'll figure out some way to get around. So are you reading my thoughts? No, but I can taste them. Among other things, that's how I know to speak in your language. Okay, well that's super weird. So I can interact with them. What? Did that give me something to poke at? How do I interact with them?
I'm going.
Right. Ooh, now I can poke at some of these. Okay.
I am the very soul of action.
Okay, let's head down here.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
So is this what, phobit number 1? They're pretty. Here, get out of the way a second, guys. Nice. I like it. Okay, let's poke it. Served me well so far, right? Oh, neat. Makes a bridge. Eee, this is so cool.
You think that's best?
I don't know about that. I think it's something. Hyper-elucidated force. 6 points of might. Okay. Let's actually just toss that over to a might user. There's no point in me carrying it. Actually, I should give one of these to each of our might users. There we go. And let's see here. There's 2 of these I can touch. Okay. Let's poke with the little one first. That one looks like it may do something more interesting. Nice. It's just like Superman. Okay. What are you? Besides, really cool looking. Let's go find out.
Yes.
This crystalline structure is distinct from all the others. It looks older, more fundamental, but by no means basic. It is one of the more complex structures you've seen in this place. Large portion of its glow, emitting a low rumbling hum that you can feel in your chest. Blurry lights flit across the surface of its larger gems. Can you speak? A wave of force pulses out from the crystalline structure. Your body shudders from the impact, even though you hear nothing. Are you a phobot? The crystals release another single pulse, jolting your body. You get the strong impression that the pulse means yes. This phobot is not like any other you've seen. It may not have the communicative qualities of the speaker, but it's trying to speak with you nonetheless. So what's your function? The glow dims slightly, and the blurry lights on the gem surfaces disappear. You realize they weren't lights at all, but images the phobot was trying to show you. When they reappear, they show a flat crystalline plane. Then, one by one, shards emerge. They bud and sprout in the shape of the other phobots. As you watch, they continue growing, creating ridges, walkways, stairs. In one corner, you see the speaker flowered out of the crystals. In a matter of seconds, this entire region of the Ascension has taken shape in the image before you. This phobot built it all? Whoa. So, cool. Okay, let's see if it knows anything about the magmatic amulet. Have you seen it? The large crystal pulses once. Ooh, yes. An image appears of a human figure walking through the Ascension into a cave. The details are too fuzzy to make out who it is, but presumably he has the amulet. After a while, he leaves the cave. The images move quickly then, crystals growing and shrinking as time passes. Suddenly, the entire image shakes, and the cave entrance is gone. When the cave entrance closes, it doesn't look like a simple collapse. Crystals grow up from the ground, as if they're intentionally blocking the way inside. Why did the cave close? The violet light dims for a moment, and an ominous pulse shudders through your body. An image appears of some kind of multi-legged, clawed creature you've never seen before. Uh-oh. Okay, you closed the cave, didn't you? Can you open it again for me? The light within the crystal freezes in place, and the humming of the phobot ceases. It stays motionless for some time. Finally, you feel the single pulse of force through your body. Yes. You feel the ground rumble under your feet. After a few moments, the vibrations cease, and the phobot shows you an image of the cave. The crystals that block the entrance are gone. Well, thank you. You feel 2 quick pulses through your body. Then the crystal structure grows still. So how did this coordinate everything else? Wow, that's amazing. Okay, well, we're going to go continue to explore our cave in our nifty crystal fortress here. So I'm going to take a break, and then we'll return. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.